David became king, and he became king, and he put the whole kingdom underneath him, and he got everything set up, and it was going good. But there was one thing he really wanted to do. Way back when before Saul was king, before Samuel was even the prophet, Israel had gone into battle with the Philistines, and they decided to take the Ark of the Covenant with them. And the Ark of the Covenant was a special box God had made that had them make. I get my terms right. And it had the Ten Commandments in it, and it had a pot of manna, and Aaron's rod that budded, and what else was in it?
Well, when it came back from the Philistines, it had a chest of rats and boils made of gold.
Yeah. I don't remember if there was anything else, but it had those special things in it that were memorials for things that God had done special for Israel. And it was carried into battle, but the Philistines won, so they took it away. And then the Philistines all got sick, so they sent it back in a big hurry because they were so sick. And when they did, they included a small chest that had gold rats in it because they had been overrun by rats, and gold replicas of the tumors that they had all developed. And it had stayed in one of the outlying cities near the Philistines all through Samuel's time as judge and all through Saul's time as king. And now that David's king, he wants it brought back to the tabernacle, which is set up in Shiloh at this time. So he went to get it. And they built a brand new cart, and they loaded it on the cart, and they were going along singing and just really having a good time bringing the ark back where it belonged. When the oxen stumbled, the cart wobbled, and a man reached out to catch the ark so it wouldn't fall off. And then he dropped dead. You see, David didn't research how God wanted his ark carried. He didn't want his ark put on ox carts. He wanted it carried by individuals.
Amen.
And because they didn't do it right, someone died. Yeah. God has ways he wants us to do things. We don't necessarily understand why always, but he has ways he wants us to do things, and we should do it his way. David got upset, a little mad at God there, and they left it there at the nearest farm. And for the next 3 months, that farm really, really prospered. They made lots of money. So David said, you know what, I think I want this closer to me. So he went, but this time they had the ark carried on the shoulders of priests, not in an ox cart. God wants his word carried by us to each other, not locked away in a box. He wants it carried by us to share. So they carried it the way God had told them to this time. And every 6 steps they took, David sacrificed an animal. He wanted to make sure he had God's favor this time. By the time they got to Jerusalem, they were having a real party. They're really dancing and enjoying God, and that he had blessed them enough they could bring their ark home. The Bible says that David gave everybody there a bunch of food so that everybody had plenty to party with, no matter how rich or poor they were. And they had a really good time. The only one who didn't have a good time was David's wife, Michal. She got mad at David for how he was dancing in the street to celebrate God. And so he wasn't happy with her, and they weren't a real good couple after that time. I'm not sure what my point is. It's a good story that when David obeyed God, things went good and everybody could celebrate. And when we obey God, our lives go good. we can celebrate and enjoy God, and He's a God to enjoy and to celebrate. He came to bring us joy and to bring us happiness. Okay, let's sing a song. Okay, we're going to pretend this is our candle. Okay? Because candles are a form of light that they had before electricity. And we have light in our heart when we have Jesus in our heart. So, this little light